We are so back. You want to see what a resident's diet is like? Celsius number 2. I'm not perfect. Code blue pager. Endotracheal tube. Good night. Good morning, guys. Hitting that post-college 10-mile run. Anesthesia, baby, let's go. Yo, we are so back. Sunday morning, and we are on a 24-hour OR call. That's right. Back again for another 24-hour in-house shift. We take a lot of call at my program. If you guys haven't realized, it's basically weekend call every other weekend, which is pretty insane, along with any call we have during the weeks. So as usual, we are in charge of anything that needs to go to the OR, any traumas that come in, and any code blues in the hospital, all for the next 24 hours. I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun this week and do a what I eat in a week, because I've been really working on my eating habits and my groceries and everything. So I think it'd be really fun to track everything I eat this week and show you guys, I don't know, a little bit of a reality of a resident's diet, because it's not perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I feel like no one really is, so I think it'll be fun. I even got this lunchbox. That's how you guys know I'm serious about bringing my own food to the hospital now. Anyway, we have a pretty busy lineup already. We've got 5 cases on the board, and there's definitely gonna get more added on throughout the day. So it's gonna be a bit busy, and I'll take you guys along with me as best as I can. Let's get it. Today we are gonna go with the Pokemon Sushi and Ramen Scrub Cap. Let's go. All right, it is about 10 a.m. We finished 1 case. I'm currently in a case. It is time for my first meal of the day and the first meal of the What I Eat in a Week vlog. Now, like I told you guys, I got my lunchbox with me, and I also have a snack pouch. And this is just literally like popcorn and cookies, some dried fruit, some Scandinavian swimmers. Basically just like a little packet of snacks to just kind of like munch on throughout the day if I just need something really quick, a little pick-me-up. My lunchbox, I have a bottle of Huel. I've got some seaweed on that side. And then inside I've got some yogurt, beef jerky, and a cheese stick as snacks for the day. I've got my breakfast, what I'm gonna eat right now, which is carrots and 3 hard-boiled eggs. And then I have what I brought for lunch, which is bulgogi fried rice from Trader Joe's. However, our attending is ordering us lunch, so I'm actually gonna save this for dinner, which is really awesome. Also have an extra Celsius in addition to the Celsius that I brought, so I have enough caffeine for 24 hours, hopefully. And this is everything I've basically packed for today. Like I said, we're gonna start off with some eggs and carrots. I try not to have too many carbs early in the day because I don't want to crash early. I want to save the carbs for later in the day. Anyway, I'm going to eat my breakfast and then get back to the OR. Really nothing special with this breakfast. It's simple, but it works. All right, it's about noon, so it is lunchtime. Like I said earlier, our attending ordered us lunch. I've got a crispy rice salad that I got, and I'm also holding on to the code blue pager. So my co-resident and I are co-running 1 room. Luckily, we're not running 2 rooms at the same time. So we're essentially swapping each other out every half hour or so that we can eat. And then when we do swap out, we have to hand each other the code blue pager, because we can't be inside the OR if there's a code blue in the hospital, of course. That wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't help anyone. So when we are out of the OR, we hold on to that pager. But yeah, second meal of the day, crispy rice salad. Yo, freaking crushed that salad. We have been busy all freaking day. We ended up having 2 add-ons. 2 level 1s. I need to go straight to the OR. I'm gonna have a few bites of my little treat jar, some popcorn, some crackers, and cookies, and then I'll head back to the OR. This is like my lifeline during these long days. It's like 6 o'clock, still in a level 1, but my attending got me out so that I can run over and eat some dinner. Come on, baby, hurry up. Bulgogi fried rice, baby, let's go. So freaking good. Shout out to Trader Joe's. I think it's time to crack open Celsius number 2 for the day, because I don't think we're slowing down anytime soon. So I do think I'm gonna need this second dose of caffeine, unfortunately. All right, setting up for a case. Got endotracheal tube, bread and butter of anesthesia. This bad boy, airway protection, baby. Laryngoscope. This is how we look at your vocal cords. We got propofol and a few other goodies to complete the anesthesia cocktail. Anesthesia, baby, let's go. And good night. Good morning, guys. All right, guys, I am officially done with my call shift. Not bad, not bad. We worked pretty hard yesterday. We were in the ORs all the way until like 11:30 at night, which was pretty cheeks, but we went to the call rooms after that and we didn't get woken up at all, which was very, very nice. I'm always down for a busy day if I get to sleep a few hours uninterrupted at night. So now I'm post-call today and I got some sleep, so I'm going to attempt to have a normal day. I'm going to go home, just kind of get refreshed a little bit, and then go for a run, and then we'll see where the day takes us. Just look at that view, guys. Beautiful. Hitting that post-call 10-mile run. It's the new habit. Definitely feeling drained. Had a hard time getting myself to get out here, but as always, I'm very happy I did. Let's finish this run and go home. All right, guys, I am post-call, showered up, feeling refreshed. I'm gonna try to catch up on some chores this morning because obviously as a resident, I have very limited time to do that during the week. Especially as a resident with 4 dogs, I pretty much live in controlled chaos at all times. Long shifts, unpredictable hours, and a house that probably smells like dog. But that's where packaging comes in, and they're actually the sponsor of this week's vlog. I'm big on hygiene and cleanliness, and with 4 dogs, it can be very difficult to maintain a clean living environment. During allergy season especially, it can get pretty brutal, and I'm definitely someone who suffers from allergies. In fact, I have some allergy pills right here, and I am basically just always vacuuming and using air purifiers. Because the last thing I want to do after a long day at the hospital is walk into my house and start sneezing because of dog dander. But that's gotten better since I started using Packagent's dog allergen neutralizing spray. Dogs produce proteins called KNF1 and KNF2, which is actually what triggers most dog allergies. And Packagent's Whisker Blocks complex binds to and neutralizes those proteins on contact. So instead of just treating my allergies, I'm actually neutralizing the allergens in my home. Every few days, I spray it around the couch, carpets, my bedroom, wherever my dogs hang out the most. It's definitely become part of my post-call routine, especially because I want to come home to a fresh environment. Super easy, you just spray a few areas, and within minutes, your space becomes lighter, cleaner, and just fresh. It really makes such a big difference, especially after spending so much time in the hospital where I'm around a lot of things that don't smell the most fresh. And Packagent also makes cat and dust neutralizing sprays if that's more of your thing. You guys can click the link in my description box below to try Packagent. If you're someone who loves pets but also craves a fresh, comfortable space to come home to, especially after long days in the hospital, I highly recommend Packagent. They've been a game changer in my routine, and I know they will be for you as well. Make sure to check them out, and thank you so much again to Packagent for sponsoring this week's vlog. All right, post-run breakfast, we got 3 eggs, breakfast potatoes, teriyaki pineapple, chicken balls, some greens, and a banana.
Hey, sweet boy.
Having a little afternoon snack while I pre-op. I'm having some coffee with maple cold foam and then some leftover coffee cake.
Hey, Chewy. Hey, Bubba's. I know ya.
Do it. Yeah. I just got home from a tumbling and tricking session and I'm absolutely starving because I did not eat enough food today. So I was feeling lazy. I just made those same chicken meatballs from earlier, put on top of white rice, and that's basically my dinner. And then I'm gonna have a couple Danish cookies. Some of you guys might know this, but I'm actually half Danish. So I love Danish cookies. Probably munch on a couple of these crackers. And then part of my nightly supplement routine is I take a multivitamin. I also take a high dose B12, and then I drink some greens from this brand Live It Up. It's like literally just greens, but I really like them. And then I also take some magnesium supplement as well from Magna. So this is basically my like nightly supplement regimen. And that's what I'm having right now. See you guys tomorrow. Yo, good morning guys. Happy Tuesday. Yesterday I was post-call, like you guys saw. Pretty good day. I got some good exercise. I took a midday nap, which kind of made it hard to sleep last night, but still feeling pretty okay. It's freaking cold outside right now because it's like storming in San Diego. We got a bunch of rain last night. Could barely see while driving, and now it is frigid this morning. I'm like speed walking to get into the hospital. I've got 4 hernia repairs today. They all seem pretty straightforward. Nothing too complex with the patients and their medical histories, so should be a pretty good day. All right, it's about noon. I'm finally getting my second meal of the day. Forgot to vlog, but I had my eggs and my carrots earlier. All right guys, I am done for the day. It's about 4 p.m. Not bad, not bad. Just had a back-to-back lineup of different hernias that need to be repaired. I'm at a different hospital for the next couple weeks besides when I take call. So a lot of my brain power today was just going towards making sure that I knew what I needed to do. A lot of people were helping me. Shout out to the other residents, the CRNAs, my attendings, nurses. A lot of people helping me out with what I had to do in terms of like the EMR, where things were in the ORs. I forgot to film some of the things I ate, so I had my breakfast. I did film my lunch. It's a pretty crappy orange chicken and fried rice bowl, but whatever. I didn't bring lunch today for some reason, so I had got that from the cafeteria. And then I did eat my snack bowl, which had some popcorn, some crackers, and a few pieces of candy in it. So not the greatest day of eating, but you do what you gotta do. I need to go home and pre-op for tomorrow's cases. I think I'm gonna skip exercise today because my body's tired. I did like running and tricking yesterday, and then I went running Saturday and tricking on Friday before. So I think my body needs like a rest day. I'm like feeling it. Maybe I'll just do some light stretching or something. With that said, I will catch you guys later. All right, I'm done pre-opping, making some dinner, and I know I already had fried rice today, but we are making fried rice and teriyaki chicken from, of course, Trader Joe's. I'm making this tonight because it is super, super easy. Honestly, that's really the only reason. Obviously, it's not that healthy, but it's really easy to make. This is enough for like 2 meals, so I can also have it for tomorrow, and I'll be happy tomorrow to have it already made. So that's what I'm having for dinner, baby. Yo, good morning guys. Happy Wednesday. We are back at it bright and early. I kind of forgot we had grand rounds this morning, so kind of rushing so I can get set up in the OR in time. Got 2 thyroid cases today. Haven't done a lot of those. You require a special endotracheal tube for these cases that has a monitor on it. So that's kind of a newish experience for me. So that'll be interesting. And yeah, other than that, it should be a good day. I realized I did not go grocery shopping on my post-call day. And so low key, I don't really have a lot of food with me today because I ran out of like eggs and carrots and everything. And I didn't bring my leftovers that I had made last night for dinner because I wanted those for dinner tonight. So we're kind of packed light today, but we'll figure it out. That's what hospital cafeteria money is for, baby. Anyway, let's have a good day. All right, it's lunchtime. Didn't bring lunch today, so I have a cheeseburger, a chicken sandwich from the cafeteria. That's it. Crappy cafeteria food. Yo, we are done, baby. Pretty cool day. I ended up getting moved into a carotid endarterectomy case, which I was super nervous about when I found out I was gonna be taking that case because, you know, these vascular procedures, especially carotids, a little scary. You know, you're messing with the giant blood vessel that supplies flow to the brain. So, not gonna lie, I was really nervous. A lot of setup, a lot of things to consider intra-op, a lot of monitoring. Have to have a lot of uppers and downers ready, all your rescue medications. But overall, it went really well. And I am very, very stoked about that. Doing something hard every day is just part of residency, man. Tomorrow I got spine cases, so I'll be running a different type of anesthetic than I'm used to. So I need to go home and pre-op for those patients, call my attending, discuss the plan. And then I'm going tumbling tonight, but I need to go grocery shopping between now and pre-opping and going to the gym tonight because I kind of ran out of groceries and I'm not stoked on it because I felt really crappy eating the hospital food yesterday and today. So I don't want to do that again, but that's part of the honesty that I'm going to show you guys with my vlogs because we be eating hospital food. Like, you want to see what a resident's diet is like? Sometimes we be getting the hospital food. Sometimes you don't bring your food from home. It happens. That's residency, baby.
Honestly, Rice Krispies.
Yo, good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. We are almost done with the week, and I finally have a 2-day weekend this coming weekend, which is my last one, I think, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, which sucks, but I'm looking forward to it. Had a really good tricking session last night, feeling good. My body's a bit sore. We're tricking like 2 to 3 days a week now, which feels amazing. Helps me feel more like myself, but my body's getting tired, man. Today's gonna be interesting. I've got 2 spine cases that have to go prone because they're both posterior approaches. Not something I have a lot of experience with, but luckily my attending does. So should be some good learning opportunities today. Let's have a good day. All right, guys, we are done for the day. Pretty busy day. I had some spine cases. It went well. It's just that the setup is really complicated and I had to run infusions of meds. I haven't done a fentanyl infusion yet. We did that. And then the second case, we ran a remifentanil infusion. First time doing that. So just a lot of setup. And then you're doing art lines, getting extra large bore IVs. You're flipping the patient lateral, then prone. Just a lot of setup stuff, a lot of communication with the team. But everything went okay. It's like 4:30. I'm tired. Luckily, the attending I was with today, I'm actually with tomorrow as well. So I was actually able to pre-op my patients for tomorrow with him before I left just now. So that makes getting out at 4:30 a little bit better. I'm gonna go home and eat something, and then I'm gonna see about going for a run. It's getting kind of stormy out, so we'll see about that. We got Chef Eddie with the miso soup for dinner. Oh, happy Friday, guys. Finally, at the end of the week. I'm feeling pretty wiped. It feels like it's been a really long week for some reason. You know, I had a call on Sunday, post-call Monday, and then in the OR Tuesday through today. Feels like a lot this week. I don't know why. I'm like exhausted. I actually took a melatonin last night at like 8:30 and was in bed around like 9, which is pretty crazy for me. Got a full lineup of cases. We're gonna get through them one at a time. Let's get it.
Stop trying to close CPR.
Alright guys, I am officially done for the week. Sorry, not a lot of vlogging today. Actually, really not a lot of like hospital vlogging this week. I've just been at a different facility since I was on call on Sunday, and a lot of my brain power every day has just gone towards making sure I'm doing things right and getting used to this facility because it is very different from my other hospitals. So I'm just a little less comfortable right now, which also made the whole what I eat in a week thing a little bit more difficult than I intended. Some limitations to this vlog were definitely some biases as far as when I remember to film. There were definitely a couple moments. For example, totally forgot to film when I ate breakfast this morning. Had some hard-boiled eggs and a couple veggies. And then for lunch, I filmed my lunch. All I had was the chicken meatballs. I wasn't really that hungry. I forgot to film a little afternoon snack, just some popcorn and some crackers. So definitely some errors in my filming this week. But overall, I roughly captured what I eat in a week as a resident, which is essentially a breakfast consisting of protein, hard-boiled eggs, and carrots usually has been what I've been doing lately. And then some snacking throughout the morning and afternoon, which includes popcorn mainly. I really divert to popcorn. Some crackers, usually like a little handful of candy just to keep my energy levels up during the day. Of course, for lunch, I usually have something. I think this week was a lot of like fried rice with some sort of protein. I don't know why I had so much fried rice this week. I do tend to have a lot of rices. I really like rice, and you know, obviously some protein with it. And then I usually have another kind of bigger meal for dinner. This week kind of varied because, you know, some days I had some dinner here versus at home. I was having things like, I don't know, like miso soup, some bulgogi fried rice, whatever it was. And then of course I do some supplementation throughout the day and evening, including my B12, multivitamin, magnesium, greens, protein shakes. You guys used to roast me for eating basically like chicken strips and fries like every day from the hospital, and I've been better over the last 4 weeks about bringing food from home. Granted, this is basically a Trader Joe's diet at this point. For me, it's the best kind of, you know, happy medium for like, you know, not necessarily eating crappy hospital food, but also not needing to spend a whole bunch of time cooking and meal prepping at home. I feel like this is kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm still looking to make more positive changes in my diet. Luckily, I am very physically active right now in my life. I've been really ramping it up. I went trekking twice this week, went for a run when I was post-call. I'm going trekking again tonight. So I think my physical activity definitely helps a lot. And I think a lot of the reason I get really munchy is because I am so physically active, and then I'm also like really physically active at work. Anesthesia is a really like hands-on specialty, especially at this point in my training. I'm very you know, active during the day, so I feel like I tend to need a snack a lot. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna keep making improvements. I think my goals moving forward is to kind of slowly wean the carbs down a bit more, especially with my larger meals. It's just that I feel like I need a lot of volume, otherwise I'm not like satisfied or full or energetic. So, you know, I'm trying my best. Anyway, that is essentially it for the week. Next week's gonna be a little bit weird because I work Monday, Tuesday, and then I have a call shift, and then it's Thanksgiving, and then I think I work Friday too. So kind of a weird schedule. I will tell you guys more about it next week. But for now, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in another week in residency, and I will see you guys next time.